Not working. All right. Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Charlie. I appreciate that. All right. So, yes, futures are green. Look at this. Look at that big old gap up. So, that's definitely a good sign. But let me do what I do best. And that's throw some fibs on and see what my Elliott wave analysis tells me. Because you know them bears, they certainly do like to trap them bulls lately. Let's do this instead. Go here. Grab that. Once we get a decent crowd, I'm also gonna kind of go over my settings on these fibs. This fib based, or this, which one is this called? This one's called the fib retracement tool. So I'll show you guys how to set it up so that way it's set up to only do this, show the 618 and the 5 extension levels. So that's major. That's how you can identify support and resistance. That's typically what I do. But again, obviously I use Elliott wave, so I combine that strategy and Elliott wave to try to determine my price target. So, but this will help you guys get started in identifying support and resistance the way I use it. All right, let's see. At an A. Let's turn this off. All right. You can see here right now, this is still my resistance level. So 343 to 349, that's major resistance for me. This moved down, so you guys understand what I'm looking at. Like I said before, in the last couple of streams, our pullbacks are what we call corrective moves. Those take the form of an ABC move. Okay, so you have an A, so you have an A, B, and a C move. Okay, and not always the C has to go past the A. The C can actually be leveled with the A. Okay, and what I call this is an A equals C. So the distance from A to B, or I'm sorry, A from the starting point to A is the same distance from the B to the C. So I call it the A wave equals the C wave. So sometimes when I'm in the day trade room, I'll mention this is a possibly an A equals C move. So basically what that means is the C wave could end up near the same distance as the A wave, which I typically don't like because that's usually a fake out. And it reverses. I like to see long, deeper C waves, but the market doesn't have to do that. So that's what I mean in the day trade room when I say A equals C. What are you doing? What are you doing, futures? Oh. That's not, are you doing that? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. My 3 has to hit the 1, 3, 8, 2. One, two, three. Okay. Let's measure this move. All right, so I'm going to measure this wave, this move here. Okay. So when I try to look for support and resistance, usually I'll do 5-minute. It's hard to do with the 5-minute because you've got all this choppiness, right? I mean, it's not necessarily choppy, but it's hard to identify where are your pullbacks. So I go to the 13 or the 15 and the 30-minute. In this case, I'm going to use the 15. Actually, no, I'm going to use the 30. So what I'm doing is, when you're looking at this chart, you can see the SPY going down, pulls back, and comes up here, goes down, pulls back, then goes back down, and now we've gapped up to pull back. So what I do is I measure the impulsive moves and these corrective moves to figure out resistance and support from the previous move. So for example, this gap up, I need to figure out where this thing's going to bounce or get rejected, okay? Most importantly, what I'm looking for, because we're going up, all right, I need to figure out where this could potentially get rejected. So what I do is I look at the previous move, which is this move down, okay? So if I measure, if we measure the move down, we start from the top and then we go to the bottom candle, the last or the bottom of that move. And on the flip side of that is if you're measuring a move up, you start from the bottom, okay, the low, and you go to the high. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I started from the top. I went to the bottom. Okay, so I started from the high on as we're talking about this move down. I started from the top, the high, went to the bottom. And it tells me that the 5 and the 618 retracement levels is here. Okay, so this is resistance based on this prior swing. Okay, so that's what I just did. So here's what it looks like. So we've gapped up. By measuring this move, I know the 5 and the 618 levels here, which is 337 and 339. That's resistance. And notice how when we came down, we bounced off this 5. Okay, so ignore this. I won't even tell you this. I won't even go over that because that'll just confuse you. Let me take it out. So when we go when we're talking about this previous swing, when we moved down and we bounced, you saw you got a lot of buying up here. Look how it rejected near the 5 extension level, okay? And then it came back down, and then it tried to test it again, and then it came back down. So now we're going up a third time. So this is major resistance. So what I just showed you by using the fib retracement tool, when you measure the previous swing, if you want to figure out what the resistance and support levels are, okay, for the move, the current move, you have to measure the previous one. Okay, so in this case, again, I took the fib retracement tool. I started at the top because we're measuring the impulsive move going down. Okay, so I started at the top, came to the bottom, the low, and then the fib retracement tool automatically gave me these levels. So 5 and the 618. So right now, this is major resistance, okay? And we're getting ready to test it again for the third time. And now I'm about to get extremely advanced for you guys. So if you can follow me, that's great. Then you're learning a lot. It's starting to make sense. But if you don't get it, that's not a big deal. You'll learn as you continue to join me in the live streams. And once I get this training deck finished, I'll provide to the group, and you'll have access to it. All right, let's see. So I'm going to let's do this. I'm gonna go here. No. Wait, yeah, we're gonna go. No, I'm not doing that yet. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the exact same tool, the fib retracement tool. Okay. Even though this move's not finished, what I like to do, and it's difficult to do this, and it's not only difficult, it's not that accurate, but it's helped me a lot. But I'm going to measure the move, so I'm going to predict where this move's going. So let's assume that in the futures the market takes it to my 618 level. Okay, so I'm going to measure the bottom of this low, and then I'm going to go to the 618, assuming that's where we end up at the open. Or that's where we end up if the move finishes. How about that? So let's say it gets rejected at the 618. Change this to that. In terms of support, 618 in the 100 in the one extension, which is the 100%. That's very strong support. Okay. All right. So if we're bullish, okay, if we've reversed, the way I get confirmation is by getting rejected here, okay, coming down, bouncing in the support, and then we go back up to make a new high for the day. What that looks like to me, what that's to me is my 1-2 setup in the Elliott wave analysis. Then I can actually, measure out the Elliott wave or do my Elliott wave analysis based off that 1-2 setup, or that rejection and that support bouncing back up. I can now use my Elliott wave analysis and figure out where we're going in terms of the third, fourth, and fifth wave. So if we're bullish, we need to bounce here, or I'm sorry, get rejected there. I mean, you don't have to get rejected. The big thing is you have to. This has to hold. Okay, this support level has to hold. If we break the morning low or the pre-market low, then we're still going down. Okay. But the fact that we're retesting this a third time, that's concerning. I mean, it's not concerning. It's that they're trying. But the last time we did this is when we were actually playing this move down last week. Remember how the SPY came down and it tested a third time, and then it just bled. So there's a good chance that we could end up doing this again, where we keep retesting a certain level, and all of a sudden bears come in just like, screw you, we're just gonna take it down, and they take us down. And if you guys were on Danny's video last night, he kind of went over the QQQs and the volume. That's concerning, and I'll show you what the QQQs look like for me, because I've already got my analysis drawn out for it. All right, so big takeaway: this has to hold. If it breaks and we go lower, we're still bearish. Okay. But this here is major resistance. So scenario 1, I could see us. I'm trying to make this bigger. I could see us coming up, bouncing, support, go up, and that'll confirm that we're bullish. Okay. But what I can also see happening potentially is 1, 2. Oh, come on. Let's keep that. Okay. Come on, homie. Where's my properties? I want to change my colors. Oh, there we go. Okay. So what I also can see happening is coming up. We get into major resistance, and then we take it back down. Okay. Here's why. This is my fib analysis. So I've got my strong move down, come up. That's my A, my B. The C wave down. Remember this when we're speaking of corrective moves and pullbacks. It always takes shape in the form of 3 waves. You got your A, your B, and your C. But like the impulsive waves, which are the 1, 3, and the 5, the A's, you can actually drill down deeper, get very granular, and they take shape into form of 5 waves. Okay, so on the C, this is my 5-wave structure for the C wave. This is what I think, what I predict could happen. We got a 1. Oh shit, 1's over there. We could have a 1 forming here. Then we could have a 2 forming there. Then we could come down for a wave 3. Where are you at? Here we go. Then we could come down for a wave 3. And then we pull back to a wave 4, then come back down for a wave 5. Okay, this is why I drew this red line, because I mean that's the other move I'm tracking. So right now we're in the indecision zone, what I call it. So don't let this gap up fool you. I'm not thinking this market is bullish just yet. This needs to take shape here in terms of this blue line. So we've got to get rejected, come back into support, bounce again, and break the high of the day. To even consider this thing's bullish. But again, it's hard because I've got this up here that I'm looking at. Let me move this one. This could be your 1. This could be a 1, 2 down. Remember, I need a 1, 2 in order to draw out my analysis for this move down. So this is a good chance right here that we can come up and come back down. It's major resistance. The last time we tested it was here, September 4th. We only tested it once. This is one swing here. Go up, down, back. So A, B, and then this here is my C wave. So I look at the 2 hour. See, I think part of me still thinks this is 1, 2, but again, I need the market to tell me otherwise. So that's what I'm looking at the SPY. Let me look at futures right now. It's already getting rejected. So just be careful. If I were you guys, we're gonna be in the day trader room posting our charts, but yeah, the SPY could do anything at this point. So don't let this gap fool you. So the fact that we're gapped up, so now that I'm thinking about it, my primary target could very well be come up, get rejected, come down in a wave 3, just so we can fill this gap. So let's look at Apple. See, Apple's teasing too. Gapped up. So for those of you who took the challenge, the Apple account challenge, I mean, they're sitting pretty now till we open. Most likely we'll probably break even. But it's still a good play. It's still a great lotto play for me. The fact that we've sat in this support area for some time, and we kind of broke through it here in the aftermarket, or actually pre-market. Actually, is that aftermarket? Yeah, that's aftermarket or after hours. So it's that's not concerning to me. The fact that we're still holding the zone that's a good sign. Wonder. Okay. So we bust this trend line, and we've retested it. We busted through, retested it, and now we're bouncing up. So that's a good sign for me. But this needs to break for me to be bearish on Apple. I think we're bullish on Apple. But again, we need to break this to be bearish. But we still have major resistance up here. All right. Yeah, I mean, I saw AZN that got that news. I wonder what they're doing. Oh, what kind of shit is this? That thing got bought up like nothing. Look at this. It got bad news. It went down to 50. So it lost $3, and then it magically bought its way back up. Interesting. Okay, QQQs. Actually, let's do this. Here's the SPY. This is what I'm tracking. Remember yesterday I mentioned that was an A equals C move? Yeah. Now I can finally take this target out, this C, because it's not. Because it broke. Alright, let's see. QQQs, where you at? There you go. Let's bring it over here. Ooh, QQQ is... It gapped up too. Alright, so just pay attention to this area. 277 to 281. It's major resistance for me. The way I got that was... Actually, let's redo that. Yeah, let's redo that. Okay, there's my resistance. Like I said before, 382 is a very important level too. These damn markets like to hit the 382 and come right back down or go the opposite direction, just like the SPY did when we played puts. Yeah, so it's already tested once. It got up in there, went back down, so it's trying. I mean, it's trying to work its way back up. But what I'm counting is this. I still think we go down here in a wave 3. Which is your 242 to 246. Then we pulled back into a 261, 266 area for a wave 4. And then we finally finished the move off between 222 to 230 in a wave 5. That's what I'm tracking for QQQ. So here's what we're doing. Here's what I'm doing. I can't speak for everybody else. The market hasn't told me if we bottomed yet. Okay, so the only thing I've got going is that account challenge. That's the only thing that I'm in right now. And that's the only thing I'm gonna touch until this market can tell me what we're doing. So right now we're in indecision territory, and this is where it gets dangerous, because now the market's giving you all these signals. We're bullish, we're bearish. We end up getting, or we're bullish, trap, bullish, trap. So just sit back still. My focus is on Apple because they've got that event coming up, so that's a catalyst play for all of us. I'm in it, so just follow the account challenge for those that don't know what to do. Just stay away from day trading. I can't tell you what to do, but if I was in your place, I would be sitting out, studying, watching how the market behaves, watching my favorite ticker, and watch how it behaves to the market. Because obviously QQQs are getting ready to bleed, and SPY continues to go down. So let's do square. Square looking nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Okay, it broke trend and it bounced nicely, but notice how we're getting ready to come back down and to retest that. So careful there. One, two. Damn. Okay, well, that's not the move. Um. Hmm. Nope, wrong way. Even I can get it wrong sometimes. All right, so here's what I did. I was having a hard time figuring out where if this one move down was actually my A. I thought originally that this was my A, my B, and then we were going to go down to C and then bounce somewhere in this area. But what I did was I took this swing from the March lows. Okay, so I'm trying to find support based off this entire move. So this going back to the March lows, and we measure from the bottom to the top. Remember the 5 and the 6 major resistance, and look how this zone happens to be over here, at this level, at this high here. Okay, what's resistance then becomes support, and you'll notice this was resistance, and as we got over here, it became support. Okay, So it's nice that it's pretty neat how these fib tools can help you identify support and resistance levels. But at any rate, this is what I'm tracking. This is what I see. Gonna move down. Oh, there's the 0. Okay, we got 1, 2. I think we'll end up doing something like this. There we go. There's square. So square, I could see it going down. Well, let's look at extension or after hours. So yeah, see, it's trying to come down and grab that A. So this would be your A, B, C. All right. All right, let's see. Do Netflix. Netflix. Keep this open. QQQs and SPY open while we're doing these charts, so everyone can track to see what it's doing. Wait a second, didn't we just do it's over here? Okay, so yeah, she's trying. I must have had a different chart on for SPY, but she's trying to make its way up to this resistance zone up here. All right, so let's see Netflix. God, look at that. It looks ugly. What the hell is that? Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. For those of you that are watching, I think you know what that is too. I hope most of you know what that is. Oh shit, I had it saved. No, I did not. Jeez, am I blind or something? What the hell is it at? Okay. Whee! Whee! Look at that. Look at that. So, let's see see how I can use it in my fibs. Same time. All right. So if this truly is a cup and handle, I mean, it looks like a damn cup and handle. I think it's a cup and handle. But if I expect this move to come down into support or stay in support and then finally make its way out and bounce. All right, so there's your resistance based on this swing here. Which it's tested it twice, so it's working its way back down into support. But it really needs to break 522 and 531 to start going up. Which, I mean, you've got higher lows and higher highs. Actually, no, I take that back. You don't have a higher high yet. We have to wait to see what it does. I mean, higher lows, that's somewhat of a good sign. But yeah, potential cup and handle. So just, let's see if it ends up bouncing. I really needed to make another move up and back down, such as in this area here. So it needs to really bust through, bounce here as support, so I can start tracking my 1-2 setup to see where we're going in a third wave. Yeah, so resistance is the 618 and the 5. That's your resistance. So 522 to 531 is resistance. Holy shit, look at Microsoft. What? Guys, buy TikTok already, for damn sakes. Give us some good news.
From your calendar, market weekly meeting. Starts in 15 minutes.
Okay, I got 15 more minutes, then I gotta jump into my weekly meeting.
From your calendar, market
Shush.
weekly meeting.
Starts in 1 minute, I heard you the first time. Alright, Alright, so their support. Actually, right here. Boom. No. Boom. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. I know that's a pretty big gap in terms of support, but I gotta do it. But notice how the 5 and the 382 is targeting the resistance from the previous resistance. So let's see here. We've got this is a 2 hour. Let's go to 30 minutes. Take out the extended. All right, so that's a clear one too. Okay. So I like it when these moves take shape. I mean, it's a clear, strong move down and a pullback. That's a clear third vision of a 1-2 setup. So that's my A, that's my B. Then we're going down to a C. But I still might be able to use my fib trim based tool to figure out where we're going. Yep, 618. Okay. All right, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wave 5 happens to end at the bottom of my 618 level, which is support based off this entire move from the March lows. Well, that's what she's doing. Could be doing. Yep, I agree. major gaps to fill. I still want my gap fill on the SPY at 293. That's what I want. I didn't get it, but that's what I want. Like I said, we need deep pullbacks in the market, deep, healthy pullbacks in order to make very nice all-time highs. I mean, if the market doesn't give me a deep pullback and it just does a shallow pullback and goes up, that's like running a damn marathon, taking a 5-minute break and continue on with the race. You can't. It's no. Maybe that does happen, but I don't know. Maybe it's a bad analogy. Point is, I need a deep, healthy pullback. Let's see. What else we got? Tesla. That's right, Tesla. Okay. Yep. She has entered. I opened up my door and she walked right in. Okay, so this was on Tesla. Yep. So this was my secondary target. So my primary originally was this gold zone at one point. But then remember when we did the training yesterday, your waves can't overlap, and let me just pull it back up. So you've got a 5-wave structure, okay? When I was counting this and thinking that this gold zone we were going to bottom and reverse, what ended up happening was my C wave here, which would have been the 5th wave down, was right here, okay? And then we were going up. So I was looking for my 1, 2, or my 1 and my 2, and then bounce. But that didn't happen because, remember, your waves can't overlap. So in this example here, I mean, it's kind of backwards because here we're going down, but this one I'm showing it's going up. So in here, you got a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This 4th wave cannot enter the 1-wave zone. It just cannot. If it does, it's the wrong count. And that's what happened. One of my waves, it ended up, so here's what I thought was the 5th, but the pattern broke down because we kept going down. It broke that low. So that told me, oh, that's not the count. So I had to redo the count. And I mean, I had both counts on the chart. I just basically said, okay, that's not my primary no longer. So that comes off. This is now my primary. And look what happened. In the after hours, it literally kissed the bottom of support. Okay? Yeah, guys, I said support. So, I'm not looking lower for Tesla unless this thing's going to break this zone, which we need some extremely bad news because I've counted this twice. I've had two. I had one target, and then I had an alternative target. The primary got broke. It broke. It didn't shake out. So my secondary then became primary, and sure enough, we bounced within there and happened to be at the bottom of support. Oh shit! I did it again. All right, hold on a second. Let me do that again. All right, my bad. I gotta stop. This is damn PowerPoint, man. I swear. Okay. So what I was saying was, I had two counts here. Here was my C wave, but again, the waves can't overlap. So in the previous example on my training guide, the 3rd wave can't enter the wave 1 zone, right? So they just can't overlap. Some can, but not those. All right. So when I had this ABC move, okay, when we went up and we broke this low, that's when I knew, shit, I have the wrong count. So the gold zone count, which was my primary target, I took it off. And my primary ended up being the secondary target. So I was tracking two paths. The first one didn't shake out, at least the gold zone of support. But now on the primary path, it bounced perfectly on the bottom of that box. Okay. I wonder if I still have my fibs. And looky. It bounced on the 1618. 618. Very, very strong support. And actually that's typically where your fifth wave ends. It ends near the 618. Usually I would like to see it come down to the 1764 level to finish the move off. But the fact that we bounced here in the after hours and we gap what? Fuck, 308? We're already at 50, almost $50. Yep, I think we've bottomed on Tesla, but again, I'm not bullish on Tesla until I get my 1-2 set up. So this, what goes up must come back down, especially this damn gap. So this gap needs to get filled. So Tesla is on high alert for me, which I'm sure the rest of the group, but I haven't been in the channels yet. So I expect a move up. Well, let's just do this. Let's assume. Let's just measure this move. I hope I'm not talking too loud. I changed the settings on my mic. Yeah, you're right. Tesla is Tesla. That damn thing got a mind of its own. What was the comment I made last time? I think Tesla's like the happy wife, happy life. You don't just, it does its own. Just, I forgot what it was. Thought it was funny. Can't remember though. We say so much shit in those channels. Can't even keep track. Are you guys liking the memes that we're putting in the after hours? I've got a funny one that I'm trying to make, but I can't find the time to finish it off. Okay, let's get back to work. Got 5 minutes left. All right. So this is resistance. I need Tesla to get into this zone, which is 370, 380. That's, God. This is the kind of shit that I look at. I'm like, fuck, why didn't I buy calls? Why didn't I get into calls on Tesla? Anyways, it is what it is. It's coming back for a wave too, so don't worry. But at any rate, so we need to make a move up. We need to come back down into support, bounce again, and that's my 1-2 setup for, and then I can start marking up the Elliott wave analysis and figure out where wave 3's at. I can't tell you. There's going to be a lot of replay that we're gonna try to figure out or pick this, hopefully this week. I guarantee this week actually. So here's what I was thinking about this morning when I saw the market gapped up before I went live. When you look here at the QQQs and the SPY, there's still room to go down. This is not the chart. This SPY? Yeah, this is SPY. So there's still room to go down. We're not finished yet in the markets. We're not finished going down, in my opinion. So I was thinking to myself, these gap ups like on Apple, now Tesla, and then what was the other one? I can't remember the other one that we charted out that gapped up. I think they're going to gap up just so they can come down with the market into support when the market's done bottoming. Okay, I think so. Watch for that. So when we get into the zone, this 5618 resistance level, I would not be surprised. Actually, oh, look at that! It tested my 382 level twice. Okay, I would not be surprised if Tesla, Apple, everyone else, if those that did gap up get rejected when the market goes down. Okay, just so they can bounce back into their support zones, but not break the move. Okay, and then we bottom in the market, then we can go back up and be bullish. Okay, so yes, in my opinion, I think this is a third bull trap. Believe it or not. So, but again, this is, I was tracking for Tesla, I was tracking two paths, the primary and I had a secondary. My primary ended up coming off the chart, and now my secondary is now my primary path. There's no other, I mean, I guess I could if I wanted to, but I don't want to freak you guys out. I could draw out another path that would look like this. But that means this would take Tesla down to 140. And I don't think Tesla's going to go that far down. Makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, look at this. We've got resistance right here, or support over here. Speaking of which, let's just figure out where it bounced. Right there. So I did break these two resistance levels here on all these three here, but it did find support here. Oh, look, wait a minute. Yeah, here in this area. Oops. Right there. So it found support here. Again, what was resistance then becomes support. So we broke through, came down, broke through, came down, broke, then we stayed here, 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 then we climbed back up, and now this area is major support, which lines up with my primary target. So in the bigger degree, the bigger picture on Tesla, if we go to the daily, if this truly is the bottom, okay, this is my wave 2 from the March low. So here's the March low. We go up into wave 1, we come back into wave 2, and then we just get crazy in a wave 3. And let me show you how crazy we get. If this path takes shape, and this is for those of you that are holding shares in a long term, I'm going to tell you what long term, or show you what long term looks like. Where's my 3? Where are you hiding at? Damn it. Oh, there you are. I swear, I'm always drawing blanks on where my tools are at. So there's wave 3, 837 to 900. There's your bigger picture. Okay, battery play? No, this is not. Oh, what do I predict for battery play? I can't say. I have no idea. All I know is that we'll continue to watch it, and we'll find it. We'll figure out what our play is, and we'll put it in the account challenge channel. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, for those of you that are holding shares and are bullish on the stock, which who isn't, and have been worried, I think we've bottomed in a wave 2, and we're going back to a wave 3, which could take us to the 850 to 900 range. It's not going to happen overnight. This is a long-term goal. Okay. So just, you've gotta be patient. I know that red looks ugly, and if you're holding shares, just hang on. I mean, this is what it looks long term. Okay, if you're long on Tesla, it's an investment for you, right? It's an investment. It's one of your investment strategies. Just hang tight. Yep, 802. Gotta go. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Be sure to subscribe. Tell your mother, your brothers, your sisters, your dad, your parents, your dogs, your cats about the challenge, or the challenge, the group, Ace Ventures and follow us. It's a kick-ass group. Not only that, of course, tell them to like my page so they can get all the nice Elliott wave analysis and all these tickets that they love. So, but yeah, all right, guys, I'll see you in the room. Thanks for joining. I will talk to you guys later today. All right, bye.